Hello crafty cuties and welcome to today's video. I'm going to share with you 10 different ways to decorate your junk journal pages. Now most of these are going to be very basic, but I will give ideas throughout for ways to kind of spruce it up and take it to the next level. And also will just be one place where you can come and get some ideas if you are feeling stuck on how to decorate your pages. So I have my pages here. I have 10 that we are going to decorate. Some will be just one page, some will be a full spread. So let's go. Not forget to keep all of the scraps when you're cutting your pages down because you are going to be using these to decorate your pages. The first idea is super easy and basic, and that is we are going to create a pocket. Now the reason I like this idea is because you're taking the time to do one thing, however you're going to have 2 pages decorated. So this page is actually cut down to 10.5 by 12. And what you want to do is score your page right at 8.5 or whatever length you need your page to be, and you can just basically fold up. Now of course this is so basic, but there's so many ways that you can take this to the next level. One is by doing a decorative edge. You could use a punch or some scissors. Something that I like to do is actually add lace, so I'm going to do that first. You can also do cute things like do a little punch out. I'm just going to add some lace right across. While this is basic, this is probably one of my favorite ways to decorate a page because it's so useful and everyone could use a pocket in a junk journal. So I think especially for a beginner, this would be just a perfect way for you to practice. I will say that I 100% recommend either using hot glue for the lace or sewing it on. So now what you want to do is glue up or adhere or sew these sides up. And so you just need a teeny little bead of glue or double-sided tape up these sides. Now I do also like to put some in the middle. Just seems to hold a little bit better so that nothing can kind of go through to the other side. There you go. That is the first way to decorate a page and probably one of the most simple. It's a nice little place to tuck things away. Next is a double tag pocket, and it's one of my favorite ways to decorate a page. So take your page, and I'm actually going to decorate the inside page here. You're also going to need a piece that's going to be smaller than your page. This happens to be about 4.5 inches by 7.5 inches or so, and you just need it to be smaller and big enough for the tags that you want. Basically, you are just going to take this piece. This is the piece we will be decorating. Fold it in half, and it's so simple, guys. Fold it in half. I do like to sometimes cut notches out, so you can use scissors, or I'm going to use a hole punch here. That will be our little notches. Up the edges, and especially that middle piece, because it's just going to make it super obvious that it's a double pocket and not just one big pocket. And you can totally dress these up and decorate them. So much fun. And then we're pretty much done. We are just going to adhere this down all the way around the 3 sides. So not the side where you have your notches, obviously. And also down the middle, which is going to kind of break off that center so that we have 2 pockets instead of 1. And that's all. Press your pocket down and let that dry before you put your pockets in. And now you have a super cute place for pockets, and you can always use this page to add photos on top of or whatever you prefer. Next is a flag tuck spot. One's so easy, but such a great way to use your scraps. And take 2 strips out of your scraps or whatever. They can be any size that you want. Mine are probably 1.5 inches, and I'm going to just cut them down. Again, I don't measure, I just want them to fit up in the corner. We are going to create little flags out of these. And then just do a slit up. And then from one corner to that center and to the other corner. You do not need this to be perfect. And then do the same here. So now that we have our 2 flags, you can go ahead and decorate these if you like. Sometimes I like to glue them together ahead of time. And then sometimes I'll add lace and buttons to the tops of them. And then you can go ahead and just glue this onto your page. You just want to glue the top and the side that is going to be closest to the edge of the paper. And then you have a little tuck spot. I'm going to take 2 pages and make a full pocket. And again, I like this one because it's going to actually take care of 2 pages at once. So take your page, you're going to take the other page and put it basically white sides together, or you will choose which sides you like best. We're basically going to glue these on top of one another, but I actually prefer to have one of my pages a little bit shorter. So I'm just going to cut off a little bit. I also am going to make some notches right here in the middle. So this is going to be side pockets, like so. Go ahead and glue along the bottom and the top. And then go ahead and place your other page right on top. Again, so easy, but also so useful. And you can easily stick photos or photo mats, pages, notes, things like that right in. This next one is a double corner tuck. You're going to take a scrap, and mine is 3 inches by 3 inches. I do find that it works best if it's a square. And I like to rip mine right in half diagonally, so you have 2 triangles. You can cut yours if that's what you prefer. Now, normally I would decorate like usually the bottom one, so you can do that. You can add layered embellishments and things like that. I'll just go ahead and skip that for now. And we are going to glue around the edges like so. You're going to put one down here and then one up in the opposite corner, and it's a great spot to put a photo mat or something like a nice decorated tag, something that takes up the whole page basically. There we go, and put that up there and you are set. It's also a really great spot for an envelope, and it will fit in there just right. A simple idea is to cut your page a little bit wider than you need, and then go ahead and fold it to create the size that you need when it's folded. And all you need to do for this side pocket or tuck is to glue, whoops, right at the top and right at the bottom. And this one's also very pretty with a lace edge. Just tuck something into there like so. We are going to create a fold out envelope. So take the page that you want, and then I'm using a piece of paper that is 5 inches by 8.5, and I find that it works best with this size. You're just going to take the top 2 corners and fold them in to where they meet in the middle so that you have this point. And then you're going to take this part and fold it down right at the bottom of where those line up like so. So easy. And then you're going to take this bottom and fold it up to that line. Now we're not actually going to glue this down, but you definitely could to create an actual envelope. But I'm going to leave mine like so. A lot of people like hidden journaling spots, and so I'm going to actually just glue on one side and the other. Then you can put it right in the middle. Now you can either stick something behind the paper now, if you'd like, and you can also unfold it like so. You can decorate these really fun if you have little die cuts. You can glue this on at the bottom here, but only around the bottom edges, and line it up just right so that you can tuck that corner underneath the die cut. And now you have something to kind of hold that down. And you can stick something like a little tag behind it, and it looks really cool like that. Next we will create a fold out page. So I'm going to actually take some tracing paper, and this is going to be my page that folds out, but you can use any paper that you want. You're going to fold this into thirds, and the easiest way that I find to get it even is to kind of just roll my paper. Does that make sense? So you roll it this way and this way, and you try to see where they will line up just perfectly. And again, I don't ever really make sure that things are perfect, but you just want to get it into thirds like so. So hopefully that makes sense. And then all we are going to do here, I'm going to glue down the bottom and top. You could glue the entire thing, but I'm always trying to find a way to create a secret little tuck spot. So if you do the bottom and the top, and then you put it down, you can still slide something underneath behind that paper, if that makes sense, and then you can pull it out like so. So I'll put a little journaling card like so, and then you have this page to decorate also. Next is a scrap pocket. You're going to use your scraps this time, or you can cut down strips of different sizes. And we are basically going to create a pocket using these. You want to make sure that they're not any taller than your pages, and I actually like to just rip them down. And again, you want all different sizes, so we'll just go like this. And it looks really good if you ink up all of the edges. And then basically we are going to glue all of the strips together. You do want to make sure that it's not going to be wider than your pages. And I am just going to kind of blindly do this. You can have shorter pieces in the middle or longer. It really doesn't matter. And you can get super creative with this by adding decorations and layering pieces on the outside here as well. Glue around the outer edges like so. And there you have a really cool looking pocket. Last but not least, we are going to create a see-through window. Sorry for the sun glare. I am basically going to cut out a circle, and you could keep this a blank window, or you can use vellum, tracing paper, acetate, some type of plastic, which I'm going to show you since that is my favorite way. And I should have used a pencil, but I'm just traced around something that's a circle. And I have this printout of a doily from one of my digital kits, but you can use plain vellum. And just make sure that whatever you are using for the window, it's going to be a little bit bigger than your cutout. So I'm going to cut this out. Since I used a pen, I'm just going to make sure to cut kind of on top of that ink line. So definitely use a pencil. Totally leave this and just use it as a little frame, but I'm going to go ahead and adhere my vellum down. Gluing vellum can get a little tricky because it can kind of wrinkle up a little bit, but I don't find it to be too much of a problem, and especially inside of a junk journal. I don't care if it's not perfect. So I'm just going to lay that down on top, so now you can see why you would want your vellum or tracing paper to be a little bit bigger than the hole. And then it's so cool because you can see through on the other side. Now that you've seen 10 of my favorite ways to decorate junk journal pages, I hope that you can take these ideas, make them your own, and have fun with it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!